Good morning to all our invited partners and sponsors of the World Creole Music Festival. Of course, our fringe event partners who are here with us. To Kimberly King, the Destination Marketing Manager at Discover Dominica Authority. And of course, to the DDA and DFC hard-working teams as we put on this immense event. To our media houses, the listening and the viewing public, again, good morning. And welcome to our regular Wednesday updates of the World Creole Music Festival 2022. We are only 10 more days to go for the staging of the most sought-after event in the Caribbean region, Dominica's World Creole Music Festival. As part of our 44th anniversary of independence, the World Creole Music Festival is truly a brand on its own, bringing to Dominica thousands of visitors from the region and, of course, internationally. As you can see, works are ongoing at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium in preparation for the event. Training with vendors and service providers, walkthroughs to ensure safety and security are being held, and all other works are currently being done in an effort to bring to the public an experience of a lifetime right here in the Nature Island. Of course, we encourage persons coming into Dominica or Dominicans returning, and of course our visitors, to try to remember that Dominica is the Nature Island of the Caribbean, and we implore you to continue keeping Dominica clean and green, and of course to ensure that this lasts for a lifetime. I wish to now welcome to the podium Ms. Kimberly King, the Destination Marketing Manager at the DDA, to share some information on travel and accommodation for the World Creole Music Festival. Kimberly, thank you.
Thanks so much, Samantha. Good morning, everyone. All protocols already established. So it's 9 more days to go for 3 nights of pulsating rhythms, one of the biggest festival productions in the Caribbean, the World Creole Music Festival. We continue to encourage festival attendees to utilize the concierge service for accommodation bookings and inquiries into flight and ferry access. So far, this service has booked a minimum of 46 groups, comprising double and single occupancy, achieved a 70% booking rate, and booked 83% of all properties in the booking engine. Additionally, for Airbnb properties, there's approximately 27% availability for the key booking period of the 26th to the 31st of October. The concierge service and Booking Dominica team have asked that in the final week prior to the festival, that all deposits must be finalized to secure rooms. They can be contacted via 1-767-275-7293 or 1-767-275-7298. They can also be connected via daconcierge1@dominica.gov.dm or info@bookingdominica.com. There's also added capacity that seats via specific routes that we have added as of mid last week. And of course, this is subject to availability and demand. So on October the 26th, via Liat, persons can enter Dominica via St. Kitts onwards to Antigua and into Dominica. Also on October 26th, you can fly from Kingston or Miami into Port of Spain, Trinidad with Caribbean Airlines overnight and depart on October 27th from Port of Spain to Dominica. Also on October the 27th, via Caribbean Airlines from Barbados to Dominica and Port of Spain to Dominica, there are also same-day connections. For persons interested in more time on the island, whether it be for the independence celebration, to explore for an extended period of time, or to remote work, we are inviting you to participate in a survey that will be posted to Dominica Festival's social media handles later today. And this will help us to determine the number of additional seats needed to access the island. From a marketing standpoint, we continue to build the excitement that leads up to the festival dates through the partnership of our local and regional media, of course our sponsors, and our source market representatives. This year we have included a greater focus on influencer marketing, and we expect to the shores of Dominica, What You Know, that's Daniel Roberts from Trinidad and Tobago and his production team, These Curves, which is Diana Peter, part of the diaspora of Dominica, and others from key source markets like the United States and the French West Indies. We expect also to add more dynamic content, as you've been seeing in terms of our videos, that aligns with this year's theme of Reunite. Moreover, we also want to encourage persons to come for the festival, but to stay a bit longer and explore what the Nature Island has to offer. For more information, be sure to follow Dominica Festivals on Facebook and Instagram, and secure your ticket via dominicafestivals.com, or connect with us for the very last Duive this Friday or the last hotspot on Saturday. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kimberly, for such timely information with regards to accommodation and transportation for the World Creole Music Festival. I mentioned earlier works are ongoing at the Windsor Park Sports Stadium in preparation for the festival, and we've been working very closely with the police force to ensure the trafficking and the access is granted for persons coming into the stadium. Next week, we will actually be having a rep of the Dominica Police Force to share details on trafficking and the trafficking management that will be happening for the World Creole Music Festival. But today I want to make mention of the access points for patrons of the World Creole Music Festival. We will be having 3 main entrance points for regular ticket holders. Those gates are the gates on Bath Road, directly opposite the government headquarters building. So those 3 gates would be the gates that would be made available for access for regular ticket holders. We also have 1 entrance for the VVIP and the PVIP patrons, that is on the Riverside Link Road, where persons would be able to enter strictly VVIP and PVIP. We are very pleased to announce today that the VVIP and PVIP parking will be made available at the Lindo Park, just a short distance away from the entrance gates of that particular section. Note that you must have your VVIP and PVI tickets to be allowed to park, and a special thank you goes out to the Lindo Park Development Committee for really putting this together and working with our VVIP providers on this. So the VVIP and PVIP parking is available at the Lindo Park. You can reach out, of course, to the Next Connects team, and they will be reaching out by email and by text to those persons who have already bought tickets, just to remind them. The areas of Bath Road from Cork Street, Bath Road, the Link Road area, Kennedy Avenue and Hillsborough Street from Independence Street, just so that you know, will be blocked off, and patrons will be required to have their World Creole Music Festival tickets on hand. We are working to make a smooth flow of patrons into the event for all 3 nights. So we want to encourage all patrons to follow the directions of the police and the security officers who will be present to guide you through. We also wish to encourage persons to come early, and I'm saying that as a hint, come early to the festival for all 3 nights to ensure that you are in the grounds, in the main stage area, to see your favorite artists, no matter what genre, no matter what artist it is. We are encouraging persons, do not wait until 12 o'clock to try and come in to see that favorite artist. That artist might have played at 9 o'clock. So please come early to all 3 nights, and to ensure that you pass through security quick. Everything is provided for you in the stadium, washroom facilities, eating, drinks, everything that you can think of. So we ensure that you are in the park early enough to experience the World Creole Music Festival from start to finish. Of course, again, our partnership is important for the World Creole Music Festival, for a staging of the World Creole Music Festival. And today we are happy again to have the representative of Caribbean again, Michelle Joseph, the marketing manager at HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, here with us today. And as a business sponsor of the World Creole Music Festival, HHV Whitchurch continues to work very closely with us, and we are really happy to have Caribbean on board with us again. So Michelle, thank you for coming, and she's here to share some details on their partnership with us through Caribbean.
Good morning to those listening to us via the airwaves, Mrs. Samantha later, Miss King, and Mr. John Baptist in particular. Mr. John Baptist, that's what I said, right? Okay, good. I would like you to picture this. You're in the middle of doing something crazy with Asa Banton on the night of Friday, 28th October 2022. And you suddenly feel a considerable void emanating from the palm of your hand. And a light bulb suddenly comes on in your mind with the perfect solution for this unfortunate situation. The solution? A pristinely cold Caribbean. Caribbean, the real Caribbean beer, is delighted to once again partner with the Discover Dominica Authority and the Dominica Festivals Committee in the staging of the 22nd edition of the World Creole Music Festival. Caribbean firmly believes in giving back to the communities in which they operate, whether it be through sponsorship of a village feast or to a non-profit organization's fundraising event. Corporate social responsibility is at the forefront of Carib's brand mission. This drive to support economic and social development ultimately made the decision to once again sponsor the World Creole Music Festival an easy one. Throughout this independent season, we invite you to partake in Caribbean's exciting activities. In fact, from tomorrow, Thursday, 20th October, to Wednesday, 26th October 2022, with the exception of Sunday, you can catch the Caribbean crew outside Whitchurch IGA Supercenter with fantastic deals on Caribbean, Stag Bear, Moccasin, Shandy, and our newest product, Carib Blue. I am delighted to inform you this morning that we just received our shipment of Carib Blue, and it is available at Whitchurch Wholesale and Whitchurch IGA Supercenter. Also, until October 31st, 2022, customers can enter for a chance to win a boat cruise party by simply purchasing a six-pack at participating retail outlets, including Whitchurch IGA Supercenter. Just fill in the back of the receipt and drop it in the box provided. One Caribbean six-pack equals one entry. Lastly, we invite you to have safe, fun festivities with Caribbean this Creole and independent season. But remember to drink responsibly, know your limits, and have an established driver. Remember, Caribbean is the way we play.
And we do enjoy a Caribbean. I mean, the other day we had a long walk through at the stadium, and myself and Kerwin were coming back, and we saw this gentleman drinking a refreshing, cold, PC cold Caribbean. Trust me, if we were not working, I think we would have joined him. Right, Kerwin? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next topic. We want to touch on our hotspots and our duivets. And of course, we want to mention that the season ticket specials are available at our duvet, our last duvet, ladies and gentlemen, our last duvet at La Promenade this Friday, and of course at our hotspots on Saturday in La Plaine. We also are going to have a very special surprise on the nightly tickets at the duvet this week. So we encourage persons to come down to La Promenade to enjoy all what we have to offer for the World Creole Music Festival. The specials are on, and a very special surprise on nightly tickets. So please come to the Duivets, and I want to welcome, as we move on, Mr. Kerwin John Baptist, Events Assistant at the DFC, to share with us some more details on the Duivets and Hotspots coming up.
Good morning to all here and listening via the radio and social media. So yes, Miss Litta was correct. We would have drank that beer if we were not at work. And yes, so I'm here to speak about our hotspots and Duivet. And I'll start first with the hotspot. The hotspot has been the movement of the Creole Festival throughout the island of Dominica. And it has been such a great opportunity to really educate villagers and persons via the internet about Creole Festival, our sponsors, and all that we have to offer. Last week, we were at Good Hope at Ashill's Bar at this event called Local Cuisine Extravaganza, and it was a blast. We had a couple, actually, who won tickets. I think they came in with their strategy together. So one stayed at one area, one stayed the other, and they came in at different times. And both won a season ticket to this year's World Creole Music Festival. This week, for the hotspot, that is this Saturday, October 22nd, we'll be in La Plaine at Gabo's Bar. That is a container bar opposite the apartments in La Plaine. There we expect to have winners, winners, winners. I know that my boss usually scratches her head when we start getting the season tickets going out. But this week, I'm hoping that we can, for the 10 spins, we get 10 season tickets to close off the hotspots. So, see us October 22nd, La Plaine, that is this Saturday, for the hotspot, featuring DJ Snow and my co-host, Major Mystic. And of course, our ambassadors will be there. This Friday, Bouillon meets Soca, Bouillon and Soca. We'll be at La Promenade, featuring Triple K Combo, Whitey Kuboli Dance Theatre Company, Africulture Stilt Walkers. I'm just taking a pause here. For all the past Duivets, persons would have seen the Stilt Walkers just for and wondered, why are they looking that way? But if you watch closely, they're actually bringing the World Creole Festival logo alive. So if you just watch the symbols, you will see that, and I tend to kind of go to my chest because usually I have this shirt with the logo on it. But yes, you will see that the Stilt Walkers basically this year brought the logo to life. And they will be there at La Promenade this Friday. Also will feature DJ Snow, Unstoppable Shacks, and special feature by the Amnesia Carnival Band. I feel like WCMF has just started and Carnival is right at its doorsteps. So we are getting ready for Carnival, Mass Dominic, as we're planning World Creole Music Festival. So yes, come out and come out big. From 5:30, we'll be at La Promenade, swinging the Duivet and just closing up. And we just want to remind persons, like what Ms. Litta said, that ticket special will continue at the hotspot and Duivet, and look out for our special unlikely tickets. And also stay tuned to our social pages for any updates. As we continue with events and speaking about all the hype that we have here in Dominica for this year's independent season, we have Mrs. Bellot, Joanne Bellot, from the Trafalgar Heritage Committee, who's going to speak a little bit more about that event.
Good morning to all, to Kimberly and Samantha, and to you, Mr. John Baptist, and to the media here present and others, and those listening to us via the media. Celebrated under the theme, One Dominica, One People, One Vision, Heritage Day will be celebrated in the community of Trafalgar on October 23rd. This is the fourth time that our village have tried to host this event. We had a few obstacles. So the first time it was brought, we had Tropical Storm Erica. The second time, we had Hurricane Maria. The third time, we had COVID. So this time we are praying that the event will really come through, and on the outset I can say yes, it will come through. We will seek to showcase the history and the talent and culture of the community. The church service and the gala will be held on the Trafalgar playing field, and the exhibition on the basketball court, and the lunch at the community center, the lunch where we host the dignitaries. So these are the four main components. Okay? First, the church service, it will begin at 10 a.m. with our main celebrant, Father Nigel Karam, and it will be one celebration for the entire valley. Okay? Soon after the church service, we'll go to the exhibition, which will be led by His Excellency the President Charles Savary, Mrs. Savary, and the other dignitaries. And at that exhibition, we tend to showcase arts and crafts, antiques, garden, horticulture, traditional games, wildlife, agro-processing, and livestock. There is a lot to offer in our community, and we encourage all visitors to patronize persons who have items on sale at the exhibition. The lunch will be prepared by caterers within the community, and the menu will consist of different meat kinds of animals grown within the community, like rabbits and goats and pork and so on. And this will be served with an assortment of provisions and vegetables, etc., with desserts and so on. Estimated persons for lunch will be almost 200. Okay, this will include dignitaries and all the committee members and so on. And the last part of the event, which is the cultural gala, which is kind of the hype where everybody is looking forward to. So it will begin with a few speeches and the sashing of the cultural elder. And our cultural elder this year is Mr. Henry George, who is a former Minister of Government in the Dame Eugenia Child's administration from 1980 to 1995. There will be 3 awards given to persons who have served within our community. One will be a humanitarian award, one for community spirit, and the other for a youth award in music. The showcase of the various cultural groups and performances will take the stage soon after, our MC being Melia Joseph Dennis. And we'll see performances from the Trafalgar Cultural Group in Flotation and Heel and Toe, Trafalgar Creative Dancers, we have flute, we have jingping, we have choral speech from the Trafalgar Primary School, along with individual songs, Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre Company, Point Michelle Cultural Group, Pan in Harmony, Michael Henderson, Midnight Groovers, Signal Band, and to end, Triple K. We envisage a great event. We encourage all who visit to take advantage of what the Valley has to offer, our lakes at Loda, the falls at Trafalgar, the hot springs at Watto and Waven. We are indeed blessed to have been woven into this unique position and be able to take a huge be a huge contributor to our tourism industry. Come and experience the nature and fauna, the tasty cuisine of our restaurants, our lovely rivers, and welcoming people. For persons who do not want to drive up to the valley, they are afraid of the hills. I don't know what. Trafalgar, the road is wider compared to years ago. There will be shuttle buses available from 9 a.m. till the end of the activities. And the buses will be parked alongside the ministry that's adjacent, on Bath Road, adjacent the stadium. So we encourage one and all to come and support Heritage Day 2022 in Trafalgar. Thank you.
Now that sounds like fun. I heard food and I heard gala, and I'll be there for sure. Next we have Chef Neander PLT from the Rosalie Bay Resort and Watto to speak about the great event. We know you had one during the jazz season, so we expect a great time again for the independent season.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Neander Charles, but everyone calls me Chef. Today I'm representing Rosalie Bay Eco Resort and Spa and Meadows Kitchen. Meadows Kitchen will be hosting its Watto event for the second time this year at Rosalie Bay Resort. What is Watto? Well, the word Watto means fire in the native Kalinago language. But this event is Dominica's biggest cultural culinary event. We represent everything that's cultural about food. What to expect at Watto? So first of all, you get your ticket. And when you come to the event, you just come. A lot of people have been asking, what do they bring to this event? Do they have to bring food? Do they have to bring drinks? No, you don't bring anything. You just buy your ticket and you come, and we give you everything, all your ingredients. We have a general ticket sale for $140. We have a VIP for $300. But with the VIP, you get steak, you get shrimp, you get all the fancy stuff, including everything else that's local, of course. And we also have a $80 ticket, which is an entrance fee. So with this $80 ticket, you get to enter to the Rosalie Bay Resort, and you also get one pot soup or fig and salt fish or anything local that we'll be having that day, and you get a cocktail. And then we'll also be having booths selling different local food as well. We have a Rosalie Bay booth. We'll have a bullfoot soup, red bean soup with pigtail and salt fish and smoked meat. We'll also be having roast breadfruit with saltfish, green bananas, roast corn, roast plantains. So now the other stations is what's really exciting. We'll be having a live crab station, so you can come, kill your crab right there. It's purged, don't worry about that, we purged before, and you get your crab to put in your pot. We'll be having TTW, we'll be having a live black pudding station, so you'll see them actually making the black pudding right there on the spot, with your dry banana leaves, the old time way. Trust me, it's the best black pudding you're gonna taste for in your whole life, right? Now, when it comes to entertainment, we have DJ Cut, we have Colton T, we have Abia Israel, Karina Dancers, Wetika Cultural Group, and of course everything, the band everybody's waiting for is Sakis Lapo Kabit. So what makes Sakis Lapo Kabit so great at this event is because Rosalie Bay is like there's a circular road that goes around the resort. So we follow the Lapo Kabit like carnival, right? So just call it like it's your first little carnival after all these years of COVID. So you have to come. Our sponsors this year, we have Rosalie Bay, of course, as a sponsor, Meadows Kitchen, Trade Collaborators, Belfast Estate and Kubuli, Archipelago, Snow Refrigeration and Air Condition Services. We have Twapito Water. We have Fine Foods Inc., Do It Center, Maggie, Wheat Church, Greens Wholesale Limited, DS Football Club, Big G's Pepper Sauce, Fruities, Gyra Animal Health and Feed Center, Layu Park Nature's Farm, Nature's Touch and Wellness Services, Big Turk Enterprises, and Malcolm Stevens and Sons. So we're well represented from the community in Dominica. A lot of the supermarkets, a lot of the food establishments, you know. It's an event that I would say I'm trying to keep the culture alive with food. So, you know, you come, you have your pot, your 3 stones, your wood. We'll have fire assistants helping you with your wood to cut your wood and light your wood. Make sure your fire is always, you know, representing you and it's not, you know, your food is always cooking. So it's a different type of event where you're actually involved as a patron. So if it's something that, you know, you're interested in, you love cooking, you know, you want to show your skill, I won't be cooking for you as a chef. You're the one that's going to be cooking. So I have to stress this because I've been getting this question a lot. Chef, are you going to be cooking for us? No, I'm not. You're going to be cooking. But for VIP, however, we have cooking assistants to help you out in that station. Yeah. So we also have we have a shuttle bus service from the gazebo at Bayfront, leaving about 12 o'clock. And we'll leave Rosalie Bay at about 7:45 to bring you back to Roseau. So if you don't have transportation and Rosalie Bay is quite a distance away, we got you covered. Okay? Thank you very much.
And again, I heard food. The black pudding is already, I'm tasting it already. Sakis, I'm feeling them already. And the crab, catching the crab. I'm excited already. Next up we have Stephen Lander from the Rice and Wine Group to speak a little bit more about their event and what they have to offer.
Thank you and good morning. The Rise and Wine Group, we might have to adopt that name. The Rise and Wine is the party. The group is actually Infinite Entertainment 767. And thanks for inviting us here to share a little bit about what we have to offer for the independent season. But before I do that, let me just commend the DDA team for all the good work that they're doing with the Creole Festival and all our fellow promoters on island who are making a contribution to an unforgettable experience for this year's independence. Our contribution is Rise and Wine, which has, in my opinion, grown to be known fondly as the best premium breakfast party for the independent season. This year we're making it no different. We're going to give you an experience that you'll remember for a long time. It's going to be held at the Botanic Gardens. We'll be bringing back some familiar faces. It'll be hosted by Patrick Anthony, the hype man, a crowd favorite. We'll be bringing in some excellent talent. Adam O, our headline soca artist. Travis and Penny, which is a DJ duo out of Trinidad. And Ryan Saeed, who is a Caribbean native but based in Miami. From the local scene, we'll have some of the top talent. Our DJs, Major Mystic, Unstoppable DJs, the legendary DJ Cut, DJ Snow, and DJ Spawner. But every year we always try to do something new and exciting. So one of our new experiences that we'll be introducing, and being mindful that the ladies take a lot of time and put a lot of effort into getting ready to come to this party. Ladies will have for you a hair and makeup touch-up station absolutely free. So you spend all your time getting it together, and we're going to help you keep it together while you party. And Rise and Wine is a very wholesome experience. I know people immerse themselves into having a good time. It starts at 3 a.m. You may be a little bit tired. Some people party even before coming to Rise and Wine. So guess what we have? We have a recovery station. So if you're feeling a little down and you feel like you need a little rest, so pick me up, check out our recovery station. We'll have some vitamins there to get you revitalized and ready to party again, because it's non-stop party from 3 to 11 a.m. We have some amazing food for you that's going to be provided by Ara's Burger Bistro. Twilight will bring you some waters, and our sponsor, Paddy Shack, will be there as usual, providing you with the rotis and the patties that you love. All of this would not be possible without the help of generous sponsors. So allow me to highlight our headline sponsors: Flo Dominica, Belfast Estate with Eldorado Rum and Kubuli, and our other sponsors including Pirates with Hennessy, Archipelago with Dewars, Providence Trucking, Jolly's Pharmacy, Party Shack, We Forward the Freight Master, and Deepek's Color Lab. Of course, I want to mention our official media partner for this year, which is Vibes Radio, who's been supporting us, getting the word out to you about what we're promoting this year. So the last thing that I'll say is we have a limited number of tickets remaining. We do have a capacity that we would like to keep so that the experience is comfortable and enjoyable for everyone. So limited number of tier-free tickets remaining. Please get them now. You can get those at Deepek's Color Lab or through any of the Infinite executive team members. Thank you. See you on Sunday, where we'll have an amazing time.
And thank you so much, Mr. Lander from Infinite 767. I mean, The DFC team is going to be coming from Friday, Duvet. With Saturday, we're going to Hotspots and leaving La Plaine about 1 a.m. to get ready to come straight to Wines and Wine. So that recovery station, thank you so much. I felt like you were speaking directly to me, so thank you. Right now, we were supposed to have Adi from Fuse, who was unable to make it. But just want to make mention that on the 22nd, that's Saturday 22nd of October, there will be strictly Afro beats from the Afro Fuse group and located at Classified Nightclub. So there will be an Afro event, Afro beats event, that's October 22nd, and it will feature DJ Afrik from LA, Los Angeles. So this year, we have a new event to the Independence calendar. So we partied on boat, we partied on the hill, we partied in the parks, we are partying in Botanic Gardens. And now we'll be partying in the wild. So we have Mr. Blah here to speak about his event in the wild.
Good morning, all gathered here and listening over the airwaves. Let me first of all thank Discover Dominica, more specifically the Festival Commission, because being a new product, it gives us the experience that putting on production is not easy. So putting on a major product, the World Creole Music Festival, we would like to say hats off and thanks for having us here. We are in the wild trying to bring forward a new experience. It will be a day to night experience. This year, we're going to do it at Jose's, Dylan Entertainment, affectionately known as Jose. Now, what we're doing is strictly local. We're trying to put on our local artists on show, and we're trying to do it the best way we can. So we're going to have all our local artists and make it as dynamic and as fun-filled as possible. Because we all know that we, Dominica, we always say our artists, but we're trying to do something different at In the Wild. And so we're doing it this Saturday at Dylan Entertainment, affectionately known as Jose, and we're trying to put on that local show in a pristine, natural setting that is equivalent to what Dominica is. Having a good time in a natural environment. And so we'd like to thank the Discover Dominica for allowing us here today. We'd like to thank our sponsors for making this thing happen. And just to give you a taste of what's going on, we're going to have DJ Shield starting off the day for us. We're going to have Selector Urban, DJ MJ, of course, ICN, Kenny G going to be there. Ridge Across the Bridge will be taking the Caribbean by storm, along with Suki. And we're going to have Rio and Trailer G. And we bring in this year Little Boy, a good production artist who really complementing his work by doing Booyah. And we have Triple K. So it's going to be a blast. We're going to start from 12 and continue on from there. And it's going to be again at Jose this Saturday. How much all of that going to cost? Only $50. We're also having a VIP experience that will give people something apart from the usual. And it's going to be limited. So we're asking, get your tickets now. It's going to be only $150, all inclusive of food and drink and a very good time. We're hoping that you can make it because it's not going to be a night event. Some people want to go to bed early and there are other events. So we just a little particular about that. Our sponsors, we'd like to thank Kubuli and Belfast Estate for working with us. We also like to thank Big Edge Financial. Thank you very much. We'd like to thank Easy Packs for all your ice and plastic needs. We'd like to thank La Vie Naturelle for your natural herbal oil and spices. We'd like to thank Automed 767. And we'd like to thank Kyrie Songs and Lights for working with us to make sure that we put on a fantastic product. Good song, professional song, and good lighting. So be there this Saturday at Jose's, and it's only $50. We're giving you less than $5 per artist. I think they deserve all of that. And come dressed. It's not formal, semi-formal. It's going to be a day event. So just to chillax, in the nature, in the natural. And I'm hoping that our visitors will be there. I don't know how much, but we're hoping that they come to a very safe, natural, and enjoyable environment. Thank you once again for having us.
Mr. Blah, thank you so much for that. So I'm just looking at my calendar and my schedule, putting that in. So on Saturday from 12, go to Jose for some nice refreshing bath, leave to go to Hotspots in La Plaine. That sounds like a plan, And next, again, my favorite thing, we have more food. We have Mrs. Roberts to speak a little bit more about her event. A brand new event to the scene, National Independence Food Fair.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning if you're listening via radio. Good morning if you're on social media. And good morning, everyone here with me. My name is Julie Roberts, and I'm here as the representative of the National Independence Food Fair Committee. The food fair is scheduled for November 3rd at the lovely Botanical Gardens. We're going there again, Mr. Landa. And it's from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So almost 11 hours of food. Okay, so of course we are cognizant of the fact that Independence Day has several activities already ongoing, and we are not in no way attempting to infringe on the traditional independence celebration. However, we're trying to add something new and interesting. I'm pretty sure you've been sitting at your office and you think, boy, I could do some doubles now, or some pilori, or some Guyanese, I don't want to say curry chicken because in my time it's chicken curry, but you know, you want to have that regional type of food. So we're trying to have contemporary local food, by the way. We're having contemporary local food. Back in the day, you'd have green banana and saltfish as local food, but now you're getting bananas stuffed in pastry, you know, and that is now a Dominican traditional dish. So our dish has evolved, our different dishes have evolved, and we want to showcase traditional local food, contemporary local food, regional foods, and also international foods. We do have students here from Africa because they're going to All Saints University. We have the Chinese, we have the Syrians. So we have various types of food on island. And on that day, we want to showcase every aspect, every cuisine of food on island. Okay. So this is an event that is also perfect for family entertainment and enjoyment. We have the bouncy castle, we have face painting, fun gaming activities that you can play as a family, not just on your own. We do have music. We have a DJ playing just that type of music all day. It is not a siwo. It is more of a tasting, a food tasting, where you can come and say, I want some crab, or I want some bullfoot soup, but I also want to see my children have fun in the corner. It is definitely a new event. It's the first year. It is something that is done in almost every Caribbean island on their Independence Day, where food is featured. And we know cuisine is a big part of our Creole culture, so we just want to show that up. In case there are any vendors or who are also interested in selling or displaying their cuisine. We do have a few more spaces left that you can contact us, and we are more than happy to have you fill in. Again, it's at Botanical Gardens on Independence Day, and I have been told that the parade starts at 4:30 this year, which is new, so you can come out early in the morning, and you can, from 9 until you can enjoy that food with us. You can run back over and enjoy what they have going on and come back, have some juices, have everything there. So from the National Independence Food Committee, we are inviting you to our first ever annual National Food Fair. You can call at 276-6526 or 225-4225. Again, 276-6526 or 225-4225 to register. Because we have a few slots left if you want to be a part of it. We want to thank our sponsors before we go. The DDA, thank you so much for having us here this morning, where we can have a stage that we can let people know what's going on. And also Digital Dominica. We have Creole Heartbeat. Creole Heartbeat. We have Reversing the Brand, and I think that's all. I can't remember the rest of our sponsors. We thank you, everyone who has given us some level of sponsorship. So see you there on Independence Day for the National Independence Food Fair. Thank you for the platform.
Thank you so much, Mr. Roberts. One location, several meals. Sounds like heaven, eh? So yes, that sums up our fringe events for today's presentation. Next week, we'll speak a little bit more about Creole Festival and what is to expect within the venue of the festival regarding our different villages. So we know that we have the coastal village, which comprises of the VIP, PVIP experience, but we also have the premium area, premium village, and we also have the festival village. So next week, we will speak a little bit more on what to expect within the festival, what you can get, and just how inclusive the festival is becoming. Again, we just want to big up or reach out, or speak about, or mention our sponsors, our partners, our family. That's presenting sponsors of the World Creole Music Festival, the Government of Dominica, Discover Dominica Authority. Headline partners, Digicel. Gold partners, Tropical Shipping. Partner Tropical Shipping. Silver sponsor, Colibri Ridge. Bronze, National Bank of Dominica, RCI Guadeloupe and Martinique. Corporate, Tranquility Beach, Belfast Estate, Kubuli. Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, DBS Radio, The Wave, Spectac TV, Trust. Express Diesel, Petrocaribbean Dominica Limited. Business sponsors, Wandy's, The Nook, Pirates Limited, Caribbean, ABS Antigua, Hot 93, Gem Radio, Felixburg Broadcasting, Q95. And special mention goes out to Dowasco, Domelec, The Sun, The Chronicle, Carry FM, CN, C3, Trinidad Express, and of course, our events or press conferences would not be possible for you guys to view online without our partner, Multi Solutions Inc. So thank you guys for coming out, listening to the press conference, and see you at our Duvet, Hotspots, and Fringe events for this weekend.